Hi, Johnny Be Good. Hi, everyone. I would like to make my very best greetings to all Johnny Be Good radio show listeners, and a special salutations to Blue. It is an honor to participate in your radio show, Johnny Be Good, and I am more than happy to do so. Because I live in Canada, which is considered international on a cell phone point of view, Johnny Be Good offer me to make a voice file that I can share with you. I will have and will try to entertain myself, which I'm not very good at, but anyway, I'll try. You will notice I have a kind of an accent. It's a French-Canadian accent. Well, sorry about that. I apologize, but it's my I don't speak English very often, so that's why. So you will notice a lack of vocabulary, maybe a lot of faults with my verbs and everything. But again, I apologize. I do not practice a lot, even if where I live, which is Montreal. We speak English a lot, but it depends of the context. So anyway, also I will try to presume what Johnny Be Good should have asked me if we were speaking together. So I'll try to do all this. So my name is Patrice Levesque. I'm 52 and a proud father of 3 children. Concerning my life, I live in Montreal. I was born and raised on the south shore of Montreal in a place called Chateauguay. It's near a native Mohawk reservation. So I am made of, it's important to tell that because I am made of a mix of Irish, French, and native blood. So, because I lived near this reservation, so I have a bit of a native blood. From my mother's side, my grandmother was a Mohawk. Okay, on my father's side, if you see my father, you'll notice then, he's an Irish, the color of his skin, the color of his hair. So you'll notice then he is Irish. His mother was pure Irish. So that's it. I think, in Canada or in the Montreal area, we're all mixed, from a lot of nationalities and that kind of stuff. So if I go back a little bit, at the age of 18, I went to Montreal for school. And after that, I came back to Chateauguay to raise my family. At the moment we're talking, I'm divorced since a couple of years. But of course, I still have relations with my kids, which are 25, 22, and 17. My 17 years old daughter now live with me in Montreal because she's going to the college there. So my older son, Christopher, is a policeman for the bus and subway transit company in Montreal. My in the middle son is called Etienne. He almost finished studying to be a teacher at university. So, and my 2 sons, they are both baseball players since their childhood, and they actually play in the same team, which is interesting, at the senior level, sorry. So I know all the baseball fields around Montreal and in the province of Quebec, a bit in Ontario, near Toronto, because they played at elite level all their childhood. So it makes me travels all over the province of Quebec, province of Ontario, and of course all over the area of Montreal. They still play at the senior level. my both sons, and of course, as soon as I have a chance, I'm coming to see them playing, because it's interesting. They played baseball since 15 years, and so it's interesting to see, and very cute to see them play in the same team together. My daughter Oriane is 17, and she plays softball. I try not to miss any games from any of her games. It looks like I like being on a baseball or a softball field in the summer, of course. I really like baseball, and hope then the Montreal Expos will come back one day in Montreal. I really miss that professional team, honestly. It was so great when they were here 20 years ago, but those last managers of the Expos, Mr. Jeffrey Loria and David Sampson, were devils to Montreal. I mean, they were not good. It was not good when they were here in Montreal. They destroyed the team, and they were only there to make money. So not to develop anything. So they are right now in Miami, and I don't think they are doing better. Anyway, well, I really hope then the Montreal Expos will come back one day, and I hope then I will be able to see that, and go to see their games with maybe my sons or little sons, or so hope they will come back. About Montreal is a nice place to live, of course. It's very quiet, not far from the country. You have to know that Montreal is an island and a big town at the same time. Well, big town. It depends what we know, what we are. What are our conception of a big town? But it's probably as big as Boston, I should say. There is good food. It's a nice place to visit, and everyone here is a hockey fan. The professional hockey team here is called the Canadiens. Okay, in French we call them les Canadiens. And it takes a huge place in each Montrealer's heart, of course. I mean, during the winter, there's not that much things to do here in Montreal, but the Canadiens are there. Okay, we call them the Habs. So, go Habs, go. So if ever you hear that, it's concerning this team. Okay, so it's to encourage this team. So, every little Quebecers or Montrealers learn to, that's where I learned English, by playing hockey in the street. So every Montrealers, and you can see that, even in 2015, if you go in the small streets during the winter, or during fall and winter, and even in the summer, you can see that, you will see kids playing hockey. They will yell, they will, play hockey in those little streets in Montreal. So every little kids in Montreal are playing hockey, that's for sure. So, I really like adventure. I like traveling. I like trucking. So these are the main reasons that I follow you, Johnny Be Good. Everything is there. Everything that I like, you offer it to me. So that's why I'm following you on YouTube. And also, I really like the North America. So as a French Canadian, I consider English Canadians my brothers, and Americans from United States my cousins. We are in the same family, adopted or not, to share those two huge countries. I like those two countries. I like adventure, I like traveling, I like trucking. Of course, I'm a motorcycle lover. So these are the main reasons to follow you. I also like great spaces. I like good places, and as a French Canadian, I consider English Canadians my brothers, and Americans from United States my cousins. We are in the same family, adopted or not, to share those two huge countries. I like those two countries. Geographically talking, they are interesting. Concerning the people, they are interesting too. And I would like to discover it more in details. And I got that by following you. You are so cool. I cannot resist following you on your YouTube channel. So that's what I wanted to say concerning the job you're doing by evolving your channel, your YouTube channel. So thank you for that, Johnny B. Good. So you would probably want to ask me what I do for a living. Well, I work in the IT business since more than 25 years and worked in an office all those years. So worked inside four walls and a ceiling. So what's what I did for more than 25 years, probably near 30 years now. So well, I take care of an IT operation department since 10 years. So my team and I have the responsibility to operate more than 10 computer rooms with almost 300 servers and a lot of network equipment. I work for the government of the province of Quebec. So, and before that, I was a system administrator, a network administrator. And before that, I was a technician. So I began as a technician with computers, with workstations, and then evolved to being an IT operation manager. Which is interesting. But I can tell you then my life will change in a couple months. It was a very long process, but I decided a couple months ago that my professional life as an IT manager is finished. Yeah. So, Johnny B. Good, believe it or not, for the remaining years of my active life, I will work outside four walls and a ceiling, and in a more physical job. Because, well, I'm a big guy, I always work on a chair, but I am made to physically work harder than I'm doing right now. So trucking seems to be the best job for me. Yeah. So as I said, it was a long process, and germs of that were there 20, 30 years ago. That's for sure. I mean, in my idea, in my mind. So, of course, that listening to your YouTube channel convinced me more than ever that this job is made for me. So, you don't show only the good sides of it. I think you show all sides of it. The DOT inspections are not necessarily very interesting. When you have to do some adjustment to blue for the scale. In the winter, when blue has to be repaired or cleaned, someday you are sad. I remember the last rental truck experience. You were so disorganized after getting out of this rental truck, and you were sad, and we can felt the emotion. And someday you are happy, and someday you are simply blessed. So wow, it's and etc. All those etc. stuff. which is very interesting, and it's I know it's a way of life for you, and I wanted to experiment that. That's for sure. So I already advised my boss that I will quit my actual job at the end of 2015. So I will follow a training course at the beginning of 2016 and hopefully begin long-distance trucking in spring or summer of 2016. I'm also a motorcycle lover, also me too. So of course I'm riding a motorcycle since probably 35 years, since as soon as I knew how to drive and I got my license, I got my driver's license. I was riding on two wheels. So, and what I have as a motorcycle right now, and I had in the past all type of motorcycles, but right now it's R1200 RT. It's a BMW. It's full equipped. And it's to make mileage. I just want to make mileage with it. So I'm riding, I'm doing something like 20,000 kilometers per year, which is what, 12,000 miles, around that. So my motorcycle right now is comfortable. It's easy to ride. It has a semi-sports position. My shape, because I'm a big guy, would suggest a custom motorcycle. So like a Harley or like a Yamaha V-Star or like a Kawasaki Vulcan. My friends have this kind of motorcycle, but and I had some in the past, but I absolutely wanted to ride such a bike like the BMW. And at the moment we're talking, I consider this motorcycle as the perfect bike, and to ride. I mean to go far. Not for a Sunday's ride, but if you want to go very far, if you want to make 1,000 kilometers in one day. Okay, so sorry, I'm talking in kilometers, but let's say you want to do 700 miles in a day. Well, this is the perfect bike because it's really comfortable. It's old, the route. So, and maybe in 8, 9 years, 10 years, I will purchase a custom again. But right now, I'm really happy to ride this BMW. I ride very frequently around Montreal, and I'm using my bike to go to the job on a daily basis. So, and last year I had the opportunity to go all over the province of Quebec for work. Believe it or not, instead of taking or renting a car, so I took my motorcycle. Okay, my boss allowed me to do that. So I did something like 300 kilometers during my summer, visiting all the the places that we have a computer room and computer stuff, and I was happy and with a big smile, paid, all over that. And I visit all the big towns in the province of Quebec and the small ones also, some small ones also. But and here in the province of Quebec, we can easily reach the north limit of civilization. Yeah. So where the roads end, so you can arrive to a place and the road simply stops there. You cannot go upper than that. And these are my favorite location to ride with my motorcycle. It's you're in the woods, you're in the middle of nowhere, in a wink from Montreal. But I always use paved road. I don't go off-road. I tried to do that, and it was a catastrophe. With the kind of motorcycle I have, And I'm not used to it. Maybe I'm too old for it also, and I don't have any experience of off-roads, and I don't have the right bike to do so. But I tried, and I don't want to repeat the experience. Since 2 years, I go in Florida during winter. So in the month of October, I go from Montreal to Miami and leave my bike there for the winter in a storage place where I can store my bike. So I go there, I store my bike in Miami, and I'm coming back to Montreal after that, and 2 or 3 times for long weekends during the winter, I'm going back to Miami. So you can take a cheap flight from Plattsburgh to Fort Lauderdale, and it will cost you something like $75. So it's real cheap. So and it's feasible. I mean, if it was too expensive, I wouldn't do it, but it's not. So, and the place that I prefer in Florida is the south of Florida, the East Coast, more specifically. I like much more the East Coast than the West Coast. I don't know why, but and my favorite place there is the area of Homestead, which is south of Miami. Homestead it's a big town, and also of course the Keys, which are very near from Homestead. The Keys are simply great. Okay, I'm not talking about Key West. I'm talking about the Keys. But I find the Everglades State Park amazing, much more interesting than the Keys. It's very different. A lot of bugs, yes, but not in the winter. It's okay. It's not like we were in the summer. And there is a place called Flamingo in the Everglades State Park. I really like to go there. There is a little port where the boats are, can go there, and there is camping spots, and that's where I try to go as often as I can. But the place that I enjoyed the most in the United States is the state of New Mexico. And you go there, you're traveling there a lot of times, Johnny B. Good, and I really appreciate it. The area of Albuquerque, the Rio Grande, Santa Fe, the Roswell area, and I really like those places. I don't know why, but like you always said, it is what it is. So I was happy when I saw your videos with music traveling there. I don't know why, but this place attracts me. And I took my last vacation in New Mexico. Last vacation was a couple weeks ago with my bike. And I really appreciate this place. Well, it is done for this time, and I hope to interactively speak with you one day in your show or not. And keep on traveling. And again, you're doing a great work. I want to make my best salutations to all your audience and to the YouTube community which are following you. The collaboration with Blue is great, of course, and God bless you, Johnny B. Good. Thanks.